Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about loss. Um, we all experience it at some point or another, and some losses are more difficult than others to process. But um, but the feeling of loss and that experience is something that happens to almost all of us at some point, and it's a universal feeling. Um, This is going to be a kind of a personal story. So I wrote it down just in case, so bear with me. Okay. A month ago today, I lost my baby at 11 weeks of pregnant. It was unexpected and it was very traumatic. And I have spent the last month taking care of myself and my family and just trying to put the pieces back together and heal from the experience. Um, I'm sharing this because I know that this experience has added purpose to my life. And one of the ways I want to honor my baby that I lost is by sharing this experience and to share with others what I have learned through the process so far. So it's only been a month, but there's two things that are very important that I have learned that can be helpful in any experience of loss, I believe. Number one is that we are constantly learning. There's it never stops, this process of learning, and it is important to stay open to the lessons that come to us through the process of loss, to the experience of loss. The thing is that if we close ourselves off to the experience, if we do not allow ourselves to feel all the things we're going to feel through this process, it is very, very difficult to move forward. And it is like we are denying ourselves the opportunity to grow from this experience. And that would render that experience almost meaningless. And nobody wants that. If you experience loss, you don't want it to not mean anything, right? You don't want it to be an empty loss. So we can always learn, and there's always room to grow. So staying open is one of the ways I've been able to cope with this loss. Um, since the day I was told that my baby had died, I have tried to stay open. I have listened carefully to my body, and I have listened carefully to all the lessons that the universe has provided for me during this time. I've done so through things that I've dreamed about, by paying attention to conversations with my friends, my family, and even strangers. Um, I believe that by doing this, I have honored the purpose of my baby. And it's a way that I have stayed connected to his purpose, which is intimately connected to mine. Um, some of the things that I have done to help myself heal through this process are I've established a meditation routine, which has been very, very helpful. I try to do this every morning. I have joined a support group. I cannot tell you how helpful that has been. I have listened to other amazing women, other amazing moms that have gone through the process. And while it is very sad and it brings up a lot of emotions, it's important that we let this out and that we share them. Sometimes it helps to heal. I started seeing a therapist. It's been helpful too. I've rested and tended to my body by nurturing it. I, I'm eating well. I'm taking care of myself as if I'm still pregnant, because it's important that you take care of yourself and your body during a process of loss. I've spent a lot of time with loved ones, and I've really appreciated family and friends and everybody around me. I started doing yoga again, and I started journaling, which has been surprisingly cathartic. Um, I write letters to the baby telling him about what's going on, and it helps me stay connected. The other lesson I've learned, and I would like to share, is the importance of letting go. This might sound a little bit strange, but since the moment I was told that my baby didn't have a heartbeat, I've had to give my body permission to let go of that baby. This was probably one of the hardest parts of the process, me finding myself, telling my body that it was okay and that we had to let the baby go. But had I not done that, I would not have been able to move forward and heal. So this is very important because a lot of times in life, we hold on to things so tightly that we negate ourselves the opportunity to grow and heal. So think about all the things that you're holding on to that you don't need to hold on to, be it toxic relationships, bad habits, just things that keep us from becoming the person that we want to be. Remember that however difficult it might be, however painful, it's gonna pass. And it's better to let go than to hold on to something that's toxic. And that's not, I'm not saying that my baby was toxic, but you know what I mean. Sometimes we just have to let go of things that we cannot hold on to. So this morning, during my morning meditation, I heard a quote by Napoleon Hill, which seemed very appropriate. I always feel like the universe always provides when we look for guidance and ask for it. And it was said, every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. So, no matter how painful or how difficult the experience of loss and letting go might be, please remember that there's always light. It's somewhere and it's there for you to grow and become the person you want to be. So, if there are any mommies out there that have gone through this experience or going through it, I want to wish you that you see love wherever you go. I wish that you are able to see the possibilities of joy, of kindness, and of health wherever you go. And I want you to know that you're not alone and that this happens to a lot of women. Maybe somebody you know, maybe it's happening to you, but you're not alone. And this is not the end of the road, because once you get to what you think is the end of the road, it can either be the end or the beginning to something else. You just have to know that you have to turn the corner and not just stay stuck. You have to turn the corner. I say this with love, and to any mommy that has experienced the loss of a baby, I know that it doesn't mean that the baby was just nothing. The baby stays with you, and that connection that you have to your child will be there forever. And there are many ways we can honor that connection and the purpose. And that baby's purpose becomes part of your purpose. So thank you guys so much for listening today. And I wish you a lot of light, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, and a lot of strength through whatever process you're going through and whatever it is that you're losing or need to let go of. It's okay. There's always light. Have a good day, guys, and thank you so much for listening, and I'll be in touch.